Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining another episode of the Run Your Day podcast. As always, my name is Dan Hafner. Today's topic is this: clarity and intention. Thank you very much for joining. Sit back, relax, and enjoy today's show.
Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, where our goal is to expand your focus and perspective on life. This is your daily dose of motivation, mindfulness, and so much more. And now, here to help you take your day back, your host, Dan Hafner.
All right, everyone. Thank you very much again for joining. Welcome back to the show. Today's topic of clarity and intention inside of this theme of finding your power. Now, just talk about clarity and intention inside of this topic because there is immense power that can be accessed inside of you when you find your true clarity and your true intention. If you've listened to the show before, I've talked about this topic of paying attention to your intention, which is more of a mindfulness and awareness topic. But inside of the topic of power, we're talking about clarity of your focus and the intention that you set forth. So the first word there we'll talk about is clarity. So if you are not clear on what you want, there is very little chance that you're going to actually achieve anything that you actually want. You know, we go through our days a lot of times, and even our lives, without having a clear focus on what we're actually trying to do. You're just kind of going through life as a zombie. I mean, I've done this from time to time in my life. I still do it from time to time. You know, if you are not very clear and concise in your focus, it's very easy to get swept off your feet and pulled into something else. You know, I remember Grant Cardone talks about in his book of 10X, if you are not truly focused on what you are trying to achieve, if your goals aren't big enough, if your focus isn't so tight that you just don't have time for anyone else, you're susceptible to influence by other people. You're going to be basically caught up in the fishnet of somebody else's plan if you don't have your own plan. And it's very easy to happen. You know, if you are not moving forward with a purpose and a fire that is so incredibly red hot and so incredibly focused, you're going to get caught up in somebody else's scheme. You're going to get caught up being used as a tool for someone else to accomplish their goals and dreams. So the choice is up to you. Do you want to be used as a tool for someone else's goals, or do you want to set your own goals and targets and hit those and serve yourself first? I know it sounds selfish, and I think that's one thing in our world that really is misunderstood. You know, the selfless attitude, the think of others first is celebrated, and I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but you know, at times in your life you need to be selfish. You really do. You need to think of yourself first. There's a lot of people in this world that put others and the needs of others and the wants of others above themselves all the time. I know several people like this in my own life, and they're some of the most unhappy people I've ever known because they don't make time for themselves. They don't focus on their health and happiness as a priority. They focus on everyone else. It's not a healthy way to do it. You're not going to find that power inside of you that you have because there's no clarity. There's no clarity on focusing on you, on what is in front of you. What's your immediate target that you need to hit? Okay? So that's the first part of this. And then the other word in here is intention. Okay? So what is your intention for finding your individual power? Are you intent on discovering something inside of you that has been there all along? You might not think that you're a very powerful person. I never thought I was. There's a lot of doubt. There's a lot of fear in your mind about what you can possibly be, what is possible for you in your life. And that's okay. That's perfectly okay. I understand, like, our minds are experts at playing tricks on us. Like, our minds are our greatest asset and our biggest enemy. Because you can sit there and believe in yourself all day long, and then you can sit there and doubt yourself all day long. Like, believe me, I know exactly how you feel if this is how you feel, because this is exactly the type of stuff that goes on in my head throughout my day. There's all this confidence, there's all this power, there's all this purpose and intention, and then there's doubt, and there's fear and insecurity and weakness. It's all there. It's learning how to filter those, how to deal with the negative thoughts and the negative emotions, put those aside, retrain your subconscious to think in only positive terms. Well, I shouldn't say in only positive terms, in mostly positive terms. You can't always be happy. You can't always be positive. I realize, like, life happens. Things will make you angry. But there is immense, again, going back to what I said before, there's immense power to be found in getting a clarity of focus and an intention. An intention that is clear, concise, and just powerful. If my intent is to, run a half marathon, which I'm training for here coming up next month, that is a goal that is so specific and focused, and my intention is to run it in under 2 hours, that I am going to do whatever it takes to make that happen. Like, I will not accept any excuses, even the injuries that I've been suffering through the extra time that it takes to train that I don't have. Like, if you have an intention to do something and you are that focused and it means that much to you, you will get it. You will find it. You will hit that target. So, getting back to the topic of the day, clarity and intention. Now, what is your purpose? Where can you find your clarity? The clarity that you need to refocus yourself, to re energize yourself, and sort through all the chaos in your life. All of our lives are filled with chaos. That's just life. If you are not clear and you don't have an intention, you will get swept into a world of chaos, and it will be very, very hard to get out of that. If you're currently in that world of chaos, you can sit down and recognize that you are in that world of chaos right now. It's okay. The best way to get yourself out of a hole you've dug is to stop digging. That is the first step. So there's time to turn things around. I don't care what age you are, what's going on in your life. There's always a chance to turn things around, and it comes down to a simple choice that you make. I can't make it for you. No one else can make it for you. You have to make that choice. And you alone have to access that power, that deep-seated power that is inside of you, that you know has been there your entire life. It's just a big reservoir, and it's just waiting for you to tap into it. It's waiting for you to find it, to access it, and to activate that power, which will take you to completely new heights in your life. So think about this today. How can you get clear? How can you get concise on what you want, what you need to do? What do you need to do to improve your intention of the things that you need to do in your life, across your fitness, your business, your marriage, whatever it is? What can you do to get more clear? And what can you do to refocus if you've been off topic or unfocused for a while? So that is my charge for you today. Think about that. that is going to conclude today's episode. Again, my name is Dan Hafner. This is the Run Your Day podcast. Thank you very much for joining. Be sure to check out our Anchor profile if you really like the show and would like to donate to us. And again, if you know anyone that would really benefit from this show, or you think that they would, just like to hear what I'm talking about every day, please feel free to share it with them. I'm still in the promotion phase of this podcast, so I would really, really appreciate it. And if you know anyone that we could possibly affect, please feel free to share it with them. Okay? Thank you very much for joining, and we will talk to you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, feel free to share today's show with friends and family. Until next time, have a great day.